Ahoy! And welcome to the Boating Hour with Captain Rick. The Boating Hour brings you the latest and greatest essential information about everything that sails, floats, or motors upon the high seas of Southern California. From landlubbers to old salts, there'll be something for everyone. So climb aboard and get ready to sail with Captain Rick.
Ahoy out there and welcome to the Boating Hour. I'm Captain Rick and I want to thank you for joining us here on AM 870. We're here every Saturday at 4 p.m. and please be sure to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com. And now all over social media on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. The Boating Hour with Captain Rick. Thanks to our sponsor for our show today. For a healthy gut, the best probiotic on the market, Livia One Probiotics, natural, organic, and allergen-free. And we're getting ready for the holidays. So the holidays are coming up, and I will be at the Bart Hall show in January in the Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary booths. And we're going to have Bart Hall coming up for the Christmas and possibly New Year's show. So look forward to that. But today, I got a treat for you. I got a special guest. I got John from Freedom Boats. John, welcome to the Boating Hour with Captain Rick.
Hey, Captain Rick. Thanks for having me.
This is exciting to have you on because this is one of the clubs that I didn't know existed. And your club, Freedom Boat Club, is a little unique. It's different from the other ones. I didn't quite understand it. And I tell you, I'm ready to join. So tell them about Freedom Boats because it really is exciting. It's an opportunity for people to have a regular boating experience without the expense and the burden of, owning boats. And you can go everywhere. You guys are all over the place. So let's talk about Freedom Boats and where you are and what are the things that you offer.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. It's a great time to get out on the water here in Southern California. Interesting fact, not everybody really knows about us or understands the concept of exactly what our boating club is, but it's basically a hassle-free maintenance way for you to get out on the water at a really great price point. So here in Southern California, specifically LA and Orange County, we have locations in Marina del Rey, Redondo Beach, San Pedro, Huntington Beach, and we just launched the pre-sale for our newest location in Newport. One of the best things about the club is that we take care of all your slip fees, the cost of the boats. You have unlimited access to all different types of boats, whether you want to just do docking and dining, some cruising, fishing vessels, diving, just harbor cruising around with some of our electric Duffy boats. Like I said, it's a great way, hassle-free, to get out onto the water. Where we take care of everything for you. We're going to maintain, clean the boats, and have them ready just the way you like them when you show up.
You have Duffy boats as well?
We do, yeah. We've got Duffy boats for harbor cruising in Marina del Rey, Huntington Beach, and then Newport Beach.
I went to an amazing event last month at Pacific Corinthian Yacht Club in Oxnard. And Duffy's announced their new dealer, which is Paradise Boats in Westlake, Oxnard, and Ventura. And Howard and Chrissy are the most amazing. They maintain boats, they sell boats, and they're very well known. So I went to their launch. It was a wonderful event, the Pacific Corinthian Yacht Club, an amazing, absolutely beautiful club in Oxnard, right on harbor. And I went to their event. It was so exciting, and they sold a few boats, and a lot of people, Duffy people, came by, and I thought, Duffy is the iconic electric. I think it was the first electric boat, and they're all over. It's like saying Kleenex or Xerox. It's universal. If you have an electric boat, people say they have a Duffy. Of course, the other competitors, they complain about that, but. Duffy is amazing. Right. Yeah, I love the Duffy boats. They're fantastic. Not really ocean-going boats. You're not going to, in rough weather, you're not going to go to Catalina in one, but they're fantastic boats. Okay, let's go back to you. First of all, let's plug the websites. So how do people get a hold? How do people see Freedom Boats? And then let's talk more about what you offer.
Yeah, so just www.freedomboatclub.com. That'll take you to the main website. And then you can select your specific area. For us here, it would be the LA and Orange County markets. You can find us on social media, either on Facebook or Instagram for Freedom Boat Club SoCal, or Freedom Boat Club on Facebook would be Freedom Boat Club of Orange County and LA.
You know, we have a very good friend, another John, John Pascal, who's and he's actually in the process right now of joining my club, the Santa Monica Windjammers. I'm actually a member of a couple clubs, but he told me about this club that I didn't know existed. You're one of the best kept secrets in the marinas. Tell us about the different kind of boats you have, and you know, can you rent them for the afternoon and for the weekend as well, and go to Catalina?
Yeah, so it's a membership club, similar to like what a country club would be. You're going to pay in a one-time entry fee, and then you're going to have monthly dues. Like I said, you'll have unlimited access to all the boats. The basic model of our fleet is 20 to 30-foot single-engine outboards, and we've got everything from Regal Cuddy cruisers that you can take to Catalina for an entire weekend and spend the night on them. In terms of fishing vessels, we've got a couple of different types of center consoles from 24-foot to 20-foot. We've got two different types of pilot houses. We have Bayliner VR6 bow riders. We have Zodiacs. A lot of different options in terms of, you know, when you're looking at how diverse our fleet is. And an interesting thing is when we get new prospective members in, they generally fall into two buckets. It's people who have been boating their entire life and are just sick of the maintenance. They're sick of writing all the checks and the upkeep, and something's always constantly breaking, cleaning and prepping, getting ready for the boat. And then on the flip side, we've got people who have never boated in their entire life. Maybe it's because they thought it was too expensive, or they were just intimidated just getting into the boating world, or they don't know anything about it. But we cater to both of those groups. And like I said, when we take care of everything, we're taking care of the insurance. You have access to unlimited training with our Coast Guard certified captains. We're here to make sure that, you know, you're going to have a great time and be safe out on the water. All the vessels are going to be safe. And we want you to just enjoy it.
Wow, that is exciting. You know, you've got me as a prospective member. I am so excited, you know, to learn about this, because I'd like to become a member. Then I don't have to have a boat in every harbor, and I can take people out. And you know what I'd like to do is plan an event with you at one of the clubs, hosted, and make that one of my first 10 events, and maybe do a show. That would be wonderful.
We should definitely do that. Yeah, and we're a social club as well, in terms of we'll have in-house fishing tournaments. You know, John Pascal could tell you he was in our last one. We'll do member barbecues, happy hours, fishing seminars, diving seminars. We like to get our members together, really enjoy it. But also, just like yourself, we have a lot of members that are members of various, you know, yacht clubs here in the Southern California market. And the great thing about it is, you know, they may love the social aspect, but not have a boat. Well, they just come over, grab one of our boats, bring it over to their prospective yacht club, and they're all in.
Wow, that would fit me. This is fantastic. Tell me about, how did you get started? I mean, are you a longtime boater, fisherman, sailor? You know, what's your background in boating, and how did you get to be so instrumental and you know, and you know, to come on the show? You know, what's your background?
Yeah, so I've been boating my whole life. I've always owned boats, and you know, during the pandemic, I was living in New York City, and then we ended up moving out here to Southern California. In the process of selling a boat in New York, and then taking a look at the boating market here down in Orange County, I came across this club that I had no idea existed. And I was just like, what an amazing concept. Because typically, when I would take friends out on the boat, I'd have to show up to the boat early, prep it, clean it, get it ready. We'd go out. We'd have an awesome time on the water, of course. But we'd come back, and then everybody takes off and heads to dinner or heads out home. And then I'm stuck there for a few hours or my entire Sunday cleaning the boat, getting it all back to normal again. And then I saw this, and I was like, I don't have to clean it. I don't have to maintain it. I don't have to do anything. And it just struck gold in my head.
Yeah, that is striking gold, because I'd like to. And you have Zodiacs. Tell me about the Zodiacs. So can I be part of the club and get out there and take pictures of a race regatta on one of your boats?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You know, we don't really limit you to what you do within reason. We have different levels of memberships that allow different types of overnight access, in terms of if you take the boat for one night or 2 nights or 3 nights. But other than that, we had a member whose daughter was leaving to fly to Europe for a few months, and he took the Zodiac out, and he found their flight plan, and underneath the plane, he just did circles of making an infinity sign as a goodbye to his daughter, and it went viral on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you check our social medias, you could see it, but it had hundreds of millions of views and comments, and it was kind of crazy. But that Zodiac, that'll spin on a dime.
Oh, no kidding. That's the one I want. Did she see? Was she looking down? Did she see Dad?
Yeah, She took a video of it. She posted it. She put music to the back of it. And like I said, it went crazy viral across all social media platforms.
Oh, so she was up in the plane leaving L.A. and filming her dad. Oh, great.
Yeah. It was really a really cute little experience.
Yeah.
But that Zodiac is a club favorite out of Marina Del Rey. They really enjoy that boat.
Wow, that is exciting. At the before the pandemic started, boating was kind of, I thought, I could be wrong, but people argue with me, but some people agree with me that boating was starting to die a little bit. And all of a sudden, the only thing you can do is camp or boat for 2 to 3 years, and it's off the hook. And I was looking at a Zodiac at one of the inflatable companies right when it started, and I was a little late. They said, you know what? We're 2 to 3 years. When you order one, the used ones were all gone, and the new ones was, you buy one now, you're not taking delivery to at least a year. So Zodiac, very popular boat. It is exciting. So, so you've been a boater all your life. Are you a fisherman as well?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy fishing. Growing up, we did a lot of offshore charters going out for, tuna and stripers on the East Coast. But we had a small creek in my backyard growing up that, we would fish bass. And then all through my adolescence, water skiing, wakeboarding, sailing. So kind of ran the gamut on different types of vessels. And still to this day, just every day on the water is a great day. I'm
not much of a fisherman. I do enjoy it. I did don't tell anyone, I got a ticket once fishing because I didn't know the new rules about bottom fishing. And I'm surrounded by, Captain Dave comes on the show and gives the fish report. I've got some wonderful friends. Yeah, I have it just all around me, people that are wealth of knowledge. And I got a ticket because I didn't know the rules. So,
yeah.
Don't tell anybody don't tell anybody as I broadcast this on the radio about my ticket.
I know. But I wouldn't put myself in a category of a wealth of knowledge of fishing, but I would say that I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, it is kind of fun, and it's a reason to get out there in the boat, and So okay, tell me about give me some stories on some of your members and how they meet and then the social aspect of the club.
Yeah, so like I said, we have, a variety of different people who come in as members. Some are just looking to meet other people that they can go out fishing with. Or we have families that want to meet other families that they can take 2 boats out and go throw an anchor in a cove and tie up and just have lunch or relax for the day. So that's why we started creating some of these social events to kind of really bring the community together, and then they can start to get to know one another. So we also have a private members-only Facebook page that members can go on and say, hey, I want to go out today. Is anyone else available? Just trying to find other people. When you get in smaller communities like spearfishing or some of the diving, there's a lot of people who want to be members of the club and they want to dive, but they don't always have a dive buddy. Right. So by getting everybody together, we're trying to really facilitate that. Because our goal is we want the boats out on the water. We want people using them. The last thing I want to come down to the dock and see everything in because somebody didn't have a friend to go out with or they couldn't find a buddy to go with them. So that's really where a lot of the social aspect comes. And I think the members really do appreciate it.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. And the training. So if I join, I can get a skipper and to teach me how to operate. I have trouble with the single screw when you got one outboard out there. It's a little bit more difficult. As much as I've been out there, I should be an expert, but I'm not. On a twin screw, a lot different. And of course, I got no problem sailing in and out of without an engine on a sailboat. But the single ones. But you got skippers captains that'll, teach people, how to operate and go over the fine tune, captaining.
Absolutely. So, and one of the things that is a highlight, especially with the training. So, whether you were an admiral in the Navy or if it's your first time stepping, foot on a boat, we're going to put you through an initial training with one of our Coast Guard certified captains, just to make sure that you can safely operate the vessel. He's going to go over all the ins and outs, some simple things of how to turn the battery on, how to trim the engine up and down. Little things that you're going to need to know. Now, when you're taking the larger boats out, they have things like electronic systems and bow thrusters that are going to be a little bit more of an advanced training. And then he'll go into things like taking the boat on and off the dock, how to safely navigate through the harbor to get out. Hey, pay attention, there's a shoal over here. When you go under this bridge, you want to stay slightly to the right of this. When I'm going out, I use this as my reference point. Then when I hit this marker, I turn and I use this as my reference point. And then the nice part is if you're already very knowledgeable and you've been boating your whole life, they'll go over lots of points of interest with you about the local waterways or things that you can do or things that might be exciting for the type of boating you're looking for. So it's really valuable to, every single individual who comes on board the club.
And of course, to turn the blower on when you're at the gas dock.
Yeah, all the important stuff.
Yeah,
and then we also have.
No, go ahead.
You're going to have. No, yeah. Well, I was going to say we have more advanced offshore training. When you're ready and you're set to take boats out to Catalina and you're going to be a little further, different things on how to navigate higher seas, when to not leave the harbor, whether you have a man overboard, all the things that you might need to know while going offshore. So those are all good things. We're also, we provide you with all the safety equipment as well as CTO and Boat US. In the event that anything were to go wrong, we're there to make sure you're going to be safe, the vessel's going to be safe, and get you back into the harbor.
Very important, the safety. With the Coast Guard, they deal with accidents that happen, and the vast majority of accidents, including fatal ones, if you had followed safety protocols, were pretty much preventable. Very few accidents out at sea, would have happened, otherwise. But yeah, it's very important to do that. I'll tell you another little secret that I may not admit. One of the very first times I went to Catalina as a youngster, I was very young, and my friend and I thought we knew how to sail. We took I think it was a Cal 20, and that's a Three's Company boat. Suzanne Summers and I had that. It was one of the biggest fleets in Marina del Rey in the world. Now it doesn't exist in Marina del Rey, but at the other harbors you see Cal 20s. We took a Cal 20 to Catalina. And we were, I don't know, junior high school, maybe younger. And we broke every safety protocol that existed. As a matter of fact, we got in so much trouble that we had to stand up with the scouts and at our school and talk about all the safety protocols that we neglected. We didn't have life jackets. We didn't tell anybody we were going. The boat that we took out didn't have running lights. We didn't understand the timing. Took us a lot longer to get there than we thought. We had to be rescued. We got stuck in Catalina when it got dark, and parents, of course, were scared. Yeah, if you want to make a list of safety protocols, we broke left without a VHF radio. Of course, we made it there safe. And I even remember his name. I think was it Poindexter? The harbor master had to call and let people know. And then parents were already starting to worry. The boat wasn't back. Yeah, everyone, and that's one of the things you learn, in the Coast Guard and Coast Guard Auxiliary is all about safety. So, because and I say that's how you'll hear it when I end the show. They follow all the protocols and safety guidelines. It's a wonderful place to be out there, and the accidents that they do come along, you could have prevented. People could have prevented, and you should have a first aid kit in case you get cut. Let someone know your float plan, all that kind of stuff. So that would be fantastic. That especially, it's not that just you're renting out the boats or you got a club with boats. You've got the training and the expertise. So that's something that I would join just for that. You're going to get me as a member. How do I join up? So I go to freedomboatclub.com.
Yeah, you can either go to the website, you can email me, John, John, .Keenan, Keenan, at freedomboatclub.com, or the easiest way is to call me or text me at 657-845-2930. Again, that's 647-845-2930.
Six what, seven?
So,
657 or 647?
657.
Okay, 657-845. 2930 or John.Keenan at Freedom Boat. Say the email and the website again.
John.Keenan at freedomboatclub.com.
Okay, wonderful. And then you're all over social media. I'm going to have to look at that figure 8. I'm going to go, that's the first thing I'm going to do is look at that. God, this is amazing. And again, you're at so many different harbors. So are you up in Ventura at all?
We are. So that was another thing is that, so the clubs that I listed off before, Marina del Rey, Redondo, Pedro, and Huntington Beach and Newport are just our home clubs. Freedom Boat Club, you get reciprocal access with over 400 clubs worldwide. So you're able to use boats while you're traveling in the U.S., Canada, Europe, Denmark. We're in France, Spain, Australia. We have boats all over the world that you have access to whenever you like. And
in Newport Beach.
Newport Beach. Yeah, our newest location, currently in pre-sale. It's going to be a fantastic location. It's right in Balboa Marina off the PCH, finishing up construction. We're pre-selling it now. It's going to sell out real quick.
God, that is absolutely amazing. I'm glad you said Pedro, because last week's show, and I was talking to the Sea Scouts, and I should know better, and I've been corrected many times. I said San Pedro. And if you're from Pedro, you get corrected. And I should know. I've spent so much time and grew up with friends going there, and I still say it wrong. So you said Pedro. It's not Pedro. I even got corrected in a restaurant once. I was there, and I was on the phone. I said, yeah, I'm here at this restaurant in San Pedro. Come on down. And I was with some friends, and the cook came out and said, I'm Pedro, but this is San Pedro. That's how he came out. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was actually a Chinese restaurant that I'm not sure if they reopened, but they closed for a while because of the lockdowns and stuff. But yeah, that was pretty funny. My friends still tell me about that. Well, John, it's been amazing having you on. You're a real special guest. Wish you happy holidays. I'll be at the Bard Hall show in Coast Guard Auxiliary uniform. I'm going to join your club. That was really exciting. Freedom Boat Club. This is fantastic. And I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you. We'll be at the Bard Hall show as well. We're there every year with a big booth. So yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited. I'd love to, show you around and check out the boats. Like I said, we've got a really fantastic club. People seem to enjoy it. It's just an easy, hassle-free way. One of the things I didn't get a chance to highlight is our dock staff is there to really give you a white glove service. So they're helping you on the boats. They're getting everything ready. If you run into problems while you're out on the water, they're available over the VHF radio. They're there. They're dialed in. They're looking to get your experience to be top notch on the water. And it's just they're a really special group of people to us.
That is fantastic. I will see you. I'm going to definitely walk by. I'll be in Coast Guard Auxiliary uniform at the Bard Hall show. That'll be in January. Well, that's all the time that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our show. As always, we're so very fortunate to have such wonderful and exciting guests. And let's not forget the Coasties, protecting our waters, America's lifesavers and guardians of the sea. Remember, if you do it right and follow the guidelines and safety precautions, there's no place like being out on the water in the fresh air and sunshine in beautiful, sunny Southern California. Here at the Boating Hour with Captain Rick, we cover everything that sails, motors, and floats from San Diego to Santa Barbara. Thanks for being with us today, and please be sure to join us next week and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on AM 870. Thanks for our sponsor for our show today. For a healthy gut, Livia One Probiotics. Don't forget to visit us on the web at theboatinghour.com, and now all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, The Boating Hour with Captain Rick. Holidays are coming up. Happy holidays to everyone. Keep your emails coming. This is Captain Rick saying ahoy and fair winds to all. And thanks to our guest John for Freedom Boat Club for coming on the show today.